What's going on, guys? A bottle of water real quick. Oh man, pretty early for most people right about now. All right. So, what's going on, Pod? Welcome to a bonus weekend AMA. April's making a trip to the apartment, and so I'm kind of here all alone, still just hanging out. So I figured I'd do a quick unofficial tour. I was gonna do it. We don't have all our furniture yet, but I'll give you guys a quick unofficial tour. I grab my water. And just kill some time for the next 30-40 minutes. Gotta go buy furniture still, gotta go to Costco, gotta do all that, but it ain't too shabby. Show you what we're working with at the very least. I did shave from moving around too much. It was a hassle. So alright. So front door. You can see I got my little command station start set up in here. Anyhow, so this is gonna be the office. So this will be where I'll be working. I haven't really done too much with it again because we're still moving in. But let me turn the light on in here. So, pretty basic room right by the front of the house, flex room. That's gonna be my office at the end of the day. You can see over here, this is where we're putting the cats right now in the guest bathroom. Some storage. Did I buy the house? Yeah. So I bought it. Now I'm squatting in this ditch. They're gonna have to rip me out of here. Yeah. So this is the laundry room. The laundry's gonna go here. It's pretty deep actually, so we got plenty of room to put stuff in there. Let's see here. Kitchen. Our fridge over there arrives later today. Let's see. I'm not sure if you guys are able to see it, but that's the kitchen. This would be like the dining area here. The living area. So we have some stuff set up. We haven't brought over the TV yet, but we're gonna do that. Let's go outside. The backyard is pretty nice. So we got this nice, like 15-foot or so brick lanai. The back of it's fenced, but the sides aren't. So I gotta, your boys gotta go over and knock on the neighbors. Hey, nice to meet you. By the way, are you interested in going halves on a side of a fence? Thank you. So I'm not trying to give them that free value and put up a fence of my own. So it's pretty nice. So you can see like there's a bunch of ceiling lights and things like that all throughout the house. I am getting fat. This is true. Milo. But that's still. That doesn't mean it's any less rude to say. Anyhow, David, little closet hallway. So this is the bedroom, the master bedroom. So the way that the house is structured is, the master bedroom's on the first floor, and on the second floor there's 3 bedrooms and a bath. So again, guys, it's messy, but so this is the bathroom. It's got a dual sink over here, shower, bath. We moved in yesterday, so we're actually doing pretty good. Then we got a walk-in closet. You can see I put up all my shirts. You guys probably think I only have like 4 shirts because I only wear the same 4, but I have plenty actually. All right, so that's the master bathroom. Let's go upstairs. So the place is a 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath. We have the flex room and we have the loft. So like, all right, going up the stairs, nice railing. You'd be surprised how cheap you'd be buying a $200,000-$300,000 house, and they have like this railing put in. So anyhow, so we have this nice big loft area here. It's about the size of the living room. And we've slowly put some stuff up here. Nothing too crazy. Let me see if I can get a better shot. So give you an idea, but it's pretty cool. This is gonna be April's office over here. All the closets are pretty decent size, but nothing too crazy. Let's see here. Then we just have a standard bathroom up here. Not as nice as the downstairs one, but it'll do. Then we got 2 more bedrooms here. They're pretty much identical, but that one looks like that. That one looks like that. All right. All right, that was the unofficial quick house tour. Anyhow, how's everyone's weekend going, man? I don't know about you, but I forgot how old I feel when I'm moving. Like, I've been moving stuff. I'm telling you, man, my Achilles heels hurts. How does my Achilles heels, both of them, hurt? I don't understand. It doesn't make any sense. What could I have possibly done to make my heels hurt in the process? The green screen room. So what we're probably gonna do in the office over here is so like the official desk setup, I think it's gonna be like we'll have a couch here, and then we'll have a desk right here, and then on like a wire, I'll pull a green screen. I don't think I'm gonna paint the wall again. Yeah. Oh, and then if anyone cares about the garage, but I mean the garage is the garage. 2-car garage, nothing crazy in here. We still have to move our washer and dryer into there, and then water heater, the main attraction of the. But yeah, I mean that's it really at the end of the day. Make sure my cat stay out there. You'd be surprised how interested they are in the garage. But yeah, my life is good. $250,000 of debt later, and it'll be mine. Let's see, did I miss any questions? Dolan doesn't say he ain't coming until we have furniture in place. Yeah, I mean, there's not that much, to be honest. We have to get some furniture, which we are. I've put aside about $5-6 grand for furniture, so we'll be pretty good. We've only spent about $1,900. So what we want to get are like right over there. Can you see the kitchen? Yeah. So get like 4 bar stools where all that trash is right now, and those empty containers. So we're gonna get bar stools put at the on the breakfast counter. We're gonna get over here. We're gonna put a table, like a dinner table, and right here. We found an entertainment center that we like, so we're gonna put the TV right there. This couch that I'm on right now is actually gonna go up in the loft, and so that's gonna go up in the loft, and we're gonna get a new couch. Hey buddy. Hey fat cat. And then the bed, we need to get a new bed frame. So we're gonna get a bed frame there, and some end tables, and maybe like a little chase to sit in. And that's pretty much it. Those other 3 rooms, April, she'll need some stuff, but the other 2 rooms, not completely sure what we're gonna do. We're thinking we're gonna make one a gym. As someone mentioned, I am getting fat, and I am aware of it, so I need to do something about it. So I'm thinking we're gonna make a gym because there's not one so the area that we live in isn't really well developed. So there's not a ton of stuff. God, I look so tired. It's been nonstop since Friday. But yeah, so like, so far so good. Just gotta get situated. Yeah. Let's see. Did I miss anything? But yeah. Yeah. So, all right. That's enough about my house and me, I suppose. Oh, look at this, dude. I look like I've been on like a binge drinking or something for a week. Cool. So let's talk about software. The house is missing an oil diffuser. We have them, Dark Wolf. Don't worry, man. They're just not set up yet. Um, yeah, we did get some more bamboo. So for those of you who don't know, at my desk at my work, which it's looking like I'm probably going to be able to do a work tour, like a day in the life video where I go and um, I review, like, not review, but like, okay, here's how a typical day for me goes in film. I just have to write up a script to my work, but they're pretty much about it. They think it's pretty cool. They're like, well, yeah, at the end of the day, we could use it to say, hey, if you're interested to be a software engineer at our company, here's a good video to tell you all about it. Is there a pool? There's a pool in the community. There's not a pool in the backyard. There's room for a pool. The backyard's big enough that we could put a pool in pretty easily. So that'll be something that I'll like to do down the road. But I'm about the same distance as I was. So um, I'm just in a different city now. So I might be like 2 to 3 minutes of a longer drive. So it's about a 30-minute to 25-minute drive. Kind of depends on traffic, but somewhere between 25 and 30 minutes. And once we, you know, at the end of the day, it's not too bad. That's the longest I've ever call. Hello?
Good morning, Lowe's Delivery. Just calling you to let you know we should be in your area today. Let's see, between 11 a.m. and 3 p.m.
Sounds good.
Okay?
Sounds good.
We'll see you then.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. You're welcome. Bye.
Gotta get that. Gotta get that. Could you guys hear that? Could you guys hear that call? Just out of curiosity. Yeah. Look at. Yeah, they're bringing our fridge. You never really realize how much you like a fridge until you don't have one. This is a nice fridge too. So it's stainless steel Whirlpool. It's got one of those. It's got one of those ice and water filters in them, so you can get Is everybody gonna get a ring now? No. You guys are always worried about this marriage thing. It's crazy. Imagine if I showed up at your house with your girlfriend there and be like, "Hey, when you gonna marry her?" How would you feel having to deal with that nonsense in your life? Um, it ain't. Hey, buddy. Say hi. Say hi, my love. My number one concern is to. I have three main concerns right now. One, health. I need to get back in shape. Two, career. Three, paying off this house in 5 years. So, most people won't believe you when you tell them you're going to pay off your house in 5 years, but for the most part, you don't want to be like most people. So. Yeah, I mean the cats are living the dream, man. They've been running up and down these stairs all day. They've never had stairs before, so that's been good, man. And this cat here, that's our fourth cat. Oh man. Jiu-jitsu? So I'm joining I'm gonna be joining like a adult sports league to start, and I'm gonna be just exercising in general. That's sort of the game plan to get back in shape. It's important though, man, because like I mean, just like let's. I'm a very career focused person. I like money, and I'm kind of a workaholic. So for me, I read up on stats and figures and see what the job market is, and these are things I'm interested in. Every job market in the world will tell you that your appearance has an abnormal amount of influence on if you get promoted. Are you perceived to be lazy? Are you perceived to be a hard worker? All those sorts of things that, and you can say, hey, that shouldn't matter, this and that, but like at the end of the day, it's how other people see you. Um, I've lost all my muscle too, like all of it. Um, yeah, so we're gonna go on Craigslist and see if we can find some. Because like fitness equipment is one of those things where all of it. You see this arm? My arm never looked so thin a day in its life. Um, uh, but uh, but yeah. So we're gonna be looking on Craigslist to get some gym equipment. And part of it, in all honesty, is my own fault. Actually, the majority of it's my own fault. But so you have to, from a health standpoint, it truly is just you. Like you have to make the decision and the effort and the energy. And we were doing really well. We started going to the gym at the apartment complex 5 days a week for half an hour, and that was helping a ton. I could already feel better. My gut started decreasing in size. So yeah, so hopefully we can do that. Am I gonna knock the house smart? Yeah, man. So we actually already had in the apartment a Google Home. We had a Google Home speaker and two mini Google Homes, and we had those hooked up to a Philips Hue light. So if you look up in the ceiling, you'll see that there's a whole bunch of these ceiling lights. And I think what I'm gonna do is replace them all with Philips Hue lights. When this time comes, um, and then you'll see you see those like covered caps over there. Those are like wirings that are already ready to go for the house. So like we're gonna put in a ceiling fan over there. We're gonna put in maybe a projector there. I don't know what we're putting here, but over there we're gonna put in like a three-piece chandelier. Yeah, we'll probably go ahead and put in like what do you call that? Like a ring door, and maybe like an auto lock, and then like April really wants to put up like a security system, so put in something like that with cameras and a pin code and locks on the windows and things like that. Um, yeah, so that's the game plan for the most part. we do have some motion sensor lights that we plugged into our outlets. There's outlets everywhere. I feel like they went crazy with the outlets, but yeah. Probably the coolest thing is, can you see that gold thing? There's an outlet in the floor. You know how much that outlet in the floor costs? So like when you buy a new construction, so like this house, no one's ever lived in it before. I'm the very first owner. So when you buy a new construction, uh, they send you like an itemized things because a lot of builders they'll let you customize your house. They're like, all right, cool, you're gonna get this, 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 this. All right, well, instead of that shitty handrail, put a nice handrail in, and instead of the the crappy flooring, put tile wood in. Instead of those appliances, put stainless steel, whatever it is. That little outlet in the ground, itemized, was $700. I have no idea why, but if you want a stupid outlet like that in the ground of your living room, and they're convenient, I have no doubt, but I don't know if $700 convenient. Um, yeah, the patio that I showed you, it's about, God, maybe it's longer than 15 feet. It might be 18 feet. It's pretty long, and it's covered. So normally it's about 10 feet and covered, and it's just like a concrete slab. It doesn't have the wood, it doesn't have the nice brick or anything like that, and that's somehow built into to 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 build out the extra 5 or 8 feet with the overhead was like 8 more grand. So who would pay that for a 5 extra foot? Like I didn't design the house, so like this house was built like a year ago, but I'm the first owner because in the community I'm in, it's a model home, and so like this was one of the houses that they would, hey, what can you expect out of one of our houses? Come walk through, see the property, see what they have. So there's like all these little upgrades that were thrown in because they want to sort of impress you a little bit. How does it feel? Honestly, I was telling April this, like, yeah, I did shave. I couldn't take it anymore, man. The heat was killing me. Um, I shaved this morning. Um, Edward's right though. My face looks a lot fatter without the facial hair. She's like, "You have a fat baby face when you don't have a beard." I was like, "What? You're crazy." It's like, "No, I do. My face is so much fatter." Um, yeah. So it's interesting, man. It's I'm not really a sentimental type, but there is something to be said to reflect on where you've come from, right? So, like 4 years ago, I was miserable. I was in school, I was delivering pizzas, and I was, depending on what part of the 4 years ago, I was either sleeping in a living room with April on a couch, or I was living in my mom's house. So, things weren't going well. I had about $100 in the bank account at a time. Oftentimes, I get hit with overdraft fees that felt like a death sentence. Um, to now, like buying a home. It's a buying a bigger home than I needed, right? So like it's just April. I don't even know what I'm gonna do with the other rooms. Um, yeah. So it's you know, Airbnb, maybe. We'll see, right? First thing first, we just gotta get situated before I start figuring out what I'm gonna do. Um, but yeah, so it's a little bit of a trip in that sense of like you know what I mean, like you always believe you'll get there. At least I always did. Where it's like, look, it's just a matter of time, man. I'm putting the work in. I'm working 3, 4 times harder than those people around me, and so I'll get there. And then you believe it. It's the same thing with like investing time and energy into code. You're like, look, man, I'll get that job. I just got to put time in. I got to put the work in, and like if you really do, you know you'll get there. But it's still sort of a surreal feeling when that first job offer comes in, and you're like, we made it, baby. I don't know about you, man, but like I signed. I didn't even remotely negotiate my first offer. 3,000 miles away, yeah, sure. Signed it, sent it back 15 minutes later. 15 minutes after that, I handed in a notice, and it's kind of like the same thing of buying a house. Like you know you'll get there, you just don't know when. But you know you will. And it happens. The right age for buying a house? I don't think age has anything to do with it. I would say, um, that what you really should think about is what the next 5 years of your life is going to look like. So, one of the um, one of the reasons that I decided to buy a house, not only because I wanted one and I was sick of renting, um, and I wanted to potentially make an investment against inflation, and I wanted to all that sort of traditional stuff, but the thing that enabled me to accomplish that was the fact that I had made a mental decision um, that I was going to stay at my current work for a couple more years. When I so like here's the thing is I thought the first 5 years of my my work experience was going to be me job hopping between 5 different jobs. That was what I would assume because I understand that that's how you have to go about it to get your salary raised and all that sort of stuff. With that being said, I don't need to do that anymore. My salary's perfect, we'll say, and I I also like where I work. So mentally, before I bought a house, you know, the decision was made that I'll be staying at my workplace for the next 3 to 5 years, and the reason for that is I get paid very well. I enjoy the workplace, and also it's a place where I think I can grow as a developer and professionally. Like you know, you always want to work at companies that are growing and never ones that are just maintaining. And so if you're in a company that's growing and expanding, then you're in a spot to you're in a spot to take advantage of that, right? And so I think I'm in a spot where promotions and raises over the next year or two will come very easily because of that growth and expansion. And obviously, you have to be good and work hard and all that sort of stuff, but that's a given, right? Um, and so so I think those are the things that you need to consider before you go and take out $250,000 of debt plus or whatever it is, um, and go from there. What are the back end skills and tools you expect from an intermediate front end web developer? Well, if it's a front end role, sort of the back end aspect of that is you should really understand REST. You should. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, guys. I'm pretty beat. You should really understand how to just understand how the back end works. I suppose a high more high level. What's the probability you see yourself moving from web dev to things like learning how to build? Oh, so what's the probability of me going from something like building projects to building languages? I don't know. Say zero. Close to zero. Um, I mean, there's a probability I'll leave web dev at one point in time. That could totally happen where I get burnt out. I don't know that it would, and I don't know that it would be advantageous to. But there could come a time where I'm like, I think if anything, what would happen is I just expand my skill set to where DevOps or C Sharp or .NET or something is much more prevalent in my skill set than just the front end. Um, God, I'm hungry. April says she's gonna bring bagels. Does what development be dead in the future because AI? No. Um, why .NET and not Java, for example? Well, I've worked in Java and I didn't like it. Um, Actually, I did coursework in Java. I didn't like it. Also, from what I see, Java. This is just a personal preference. I say this having only looked. I haven't looked at Java apps recently, but Java seems to be working a little bit more with legacy tech. While C Sharp and .NET seems to be more greenfield development. And also, the last I saw, the C Sharp .NET had a larger gap of developers for the need than Java did, and it just also at my work they use C Sharp .NET. If you're hiring a front end web dev, what projects would impress you or the employers? Um, I mean, I'm always impressed by personal long term projects. But here's the thing at the end of the day, we're not the ones who get you the interview, right? We are the people interviewing you. Meaning that, like, it's not necessarily the personal project. Like, the things that impress me are not necessarily the same things that impress HR to slide your resume through. Do you get what I'm saying? And so, like, oftentimes when I'm interviewing you, I'm asking the same 20, 30, 40 questions that we ask all the other candidates, and we just want to see how you do. Um, if you've, oh, hello there. How do I not zoom in? What the hell happened here? I'm trying to zoom out, y'all. Here. All right, there we go. I don't know what happened, guys. My bad. Um, Someone needs exfoliation. Look, man, your boy's been busy. He hasn't had time to worry about looking pretty. All right. Um, but yeah, so like by the time you're getting interviewed with a dev, you've passed the HR firewall, and you know we're asking usually a list of questions that, let's say there's 100 questions. We're gonna ask you 20. So at random that we think would benefit you, but typically resumes are so long, and people really. So here's the thing: most people don't even include projects on their resume. Thoughts on Rory versus Gegard? Gegard's gonna take it. Um, I don't know, man. Rory, I feel like just hasn't been the same dude for a couple of years. Gegard's also bigger. Huh. My hair's been long. Um, but yeah, so Gegard's gonna take it. Um, when is that, by the way? How long do you think web dev will be a hot job for? Um, his last night. How did he win? Was it stoppage? If I had to guess, I feel like it's gonna be like a choke, a ground and pound into a choke. Um, how long do you think web dev will be a hot job for? Long enough. TKS, all right. Um, I don't know, man. So like, software and tech will be a hot job for quite some time. Will web dev be it? I tend to think so. I mean, web dev's one of those things where you now have the ability to affect the whole world, regardless of device, regardless of system, all that sort of stuff. So, what other YouTubers am I influenced by? Uh, I'll tell people, not necessarily. So, like, I follow Quincy Larson. I follow Chris Hawks. I follow. I used to follow John Somnos, but he's been doing more motivational stuff and life prep, and so that's doesn't really hit me. Like I don't need that right now. Um, what else do I follow? I think that's about it. Did I say Chris Hawks? I think I said Chris Hawks. I mean, I subscribe to a ton of YouTube channels, but I wouldn't say like I really am adamant watchers of all their stuff. Um, honestly, though, I just sort of seek things out and go. If I'm interested in something, I just go and watch it, and whoever I discover, I discover. New viewer here and love your vids. Thanks, man. Free code can't finish response to the disaster and also JavaScript. When do you think I can start job searching to be qualified? I mean, it all depends on what your objective is. Is your objective a low paying internship or is your objective a high paying first, salary developer role? You know, I'll give you the same answer I give most people. First, you have several projects built in the technologies that companies want, and second, that you can open up a text editor and not panic and build a project. So like if I had you in front of me and I said, hey, I need you to build a website, a blog. I need you to build a blog site. This technology, you don't freeze up. You open up the text editor, you open up Google, and you get to going. Um, you know, if you're there, then you can start applying anytime. And I encourage people to apply early on because I think not only that, it'll show you where your weaknesses are. You get a lot of benefit out of crashing and burning at an interview. One, you get to see what questions people are asking for the stack of technologies you're interested in, and two, you may get a role early on, even if it's low paying. That resume experience is invaluable. You get an internship for $10 an hour. The job you can get is going to be $20 an hour. Not too long after that, $30 an hour, $40 an hour, $50 an hour. But you have to start somewhere. What are you doing, Achilles? But alright, guys. I gotta use the bathroom, and I think April's gonna be here soon. So I appreciate I appreciate the support, guys. I got to continue and clean this place up and all that good stuff. But hope you enjoyed the bonus weekend AMA with the unofficial house tour video. I'll do an official, or Dolan will, because I'll be at work. Dolan's gonna do an official house tour video when everything is set up and we got furniture up in here. So look forward to that. See you guys next time. Bye.